What's up, Akron, Canton, Cleveland? What's up, y'all? What's going on? You know, it's your girl. I'm back. You know, here to talk to y'all again. Let's see what we got to talk about. We talking about some relationships on today. We talking about going back to that situation. Have you ever went back to a relationship, left the relationship, gone back? Now, see, look, let me tell you something. Let me explain the rulage. The rulage here. The rulage is when you go back, I'm not talking about y'all split up for about a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all's little 1-2 and then come back. See, that's an intermission. That's not really a you went back. Y'all was never away. Y'all was never, like things had never dissipated, within that relationship. I'm talking about you had a relationship with a person. It was not working. So y'all separated and y'all was apart 5, 6, 7, 10 years. And then y'all decided to, however y'all came about, seeing each other again, y'all decided to give it another try. Like, let's try this thing again. You understand what I'm saying? D, have you ever gone back to a situation? Have you ever been done with a situation and then was like, maybe ran into some heffage again and then was like, okay, young lady, let's see where this gonna go this time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was taught you can't really break up with a friend.
Oh,
I would do it all the time.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, my thing is this. Me personally, now see, back in the day, let's rewind. Back in the day, I would never go back. That was the rulage. I never went back. It's like, once we're done, it's a wrap. Now, it's like, I would have like maybe, I'm gonna say like a month or two. It's like a month or two to where it's like, okay, if we don't rekindle in this month or two, you're done. You're out of here. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And I was not that person to go back to things because I always, in my young mind, my younger days, I had it in my head like, we broke up for a reason. If we weren't meant to be together, then we're not meant to be together. Like, we broke up for a reason. There's no need to double back. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my young mind thinking. But now that I have a few years on me, I have a little bit of experience on me. Now, sometimes I kind of think like, maybe it's not too bad of a deal to kind of double back just to see, because after so many years, like, you change. You're a different person. Sometimes you have a different mental. And maybe the person that you were with has a different mental as well.
For the better.
Yes, it might be. It might be better. It might be worse. You don't know until you get into that situation and see. But it's like, sometimes it's like being held back at school. When you in a grade and they like, you didn't really like get good enough grades to go to the next level, so we're gonna hold you back a year. That's the same way I feel now about relationships. Maybe the two of you just weren't in a place to where y'all can graduate to the next level. So maybe now that you know this person knows you, and now that you guys are more mature, you have a few years of experience on you now, maybe it might be a better situation, but you don't know unless you go back there. And also too, it's like with this person is familiar to you now. You know what I'm saying? So you know what makes this person tick. So it's not like you're starting brand new over. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's straight out the gate again. So you already know like what makes this person tick. You already know like what things this person likes. So you're already halfway there, is what I'm saying. So maybe it's okay. Cause lately I've been kind of doubling back. Doubling back, on some exes, like, let me just see. But it's like, but at the same time, like I said, you also know what made you leave this person alone the first time. So if you do double back and you start seeing those red flags again, like, okay, my guy, my girl, whatever it is, it's like, you haven't grown past that. So that's a hard no for me, so you know what to look for already. So, and that's that thing. But if you double back on somebody, man, leave me a comment. Put it in the comments, like what your thoughts are. I'm talking about you personally. I'm not talking about talking in general, about everybody else. Like, well, I don't feel like a person should double back because you never know. No, I'm talking about you personally. If you would double back on an ex, put that in the comments. Or if you like, absolutely not. Like, once I'm done with somebody, I'm done with them because they don't change. And that's the way you feel. That's the way you feel. Leave me how they do that? Leave me some tea, in the comments, so that way I know how you feel about this whole situation. Because my thing is, like, I'm cool. I ain't sweet, but I'm cool, and I would like to go back to something that's familiar, just to see if we can kind of fix it, a little bit, just to see if, it might work. Because I'm just at the point where I'm tired of starting over completely from scratch. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. If it is, then if it is what it is, then it is what it is. It is what it's gonna be, and I'm not opposed to it. But, I would definitely like to. Oh man, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get all these exes in my inbox like, "What's up, girl?" No, not you, my guy. Not you. No, I'm just kidding. But sometimes when that little spark, you see that person again somewhere, and that little spark kind of hits you. That it is what it is. You feel it. But sometimes you see somebody and you just look like if you had a real bad relationship with somebody, y'all had a real bad experience, this person not doubling back on you. You know that. But if it wasn't that bad, maybe it was just kind of like some irregular timing, or like irregular space that you guys were in, and maybe this time it might work. Double back on, bruh. Double back on, sis. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if maybe it might work this time. But yeah, let me know. Give me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what's going on. See y'all next time.
This has been a podcast from the Mecca Media Social Media Network.